All right, everyone. This week's book report is one that's dear to me. It's just a really cool, powerful, inspirational book. Again, this is one I listen to. I probably read about a third or a quarter of the books that I actually, how do I say that? I read about a quarter of the books that I read or listen to. But seriously, I probably listen to Audible, probably 2/3 of the books, and I read about a third of the books. But this one I listen to, and I think it's important because sometimes listening to a book, in my opinion, can really get it to resonate with you a little bit stronger. And this one is You Owe You by E.T., the hip-hop preacher Eric Thomas. I got to see him in person, a small group, by the way. It was really awesome. The fact that he came and talked to like 80 people, where he usually talks in front of thousands. It was really an awesome moment to hear that. But Eric Thomas, the one thing that really stood out to me is he was telling a story early on that he was just starting to do speaking events, and I want to say he charged like $5 or $10 grand, whatever it was. And he had a corporate event reach out to him and they wanted him to come speak. And they said, but this one thing he has to do. He was talking to his friend, was his like manager. And he told his friend, he's like, hey, you have to, he can't wear his hat and shirt and everything. He's got to be dressed up in a suit and come to the event. And E.T. thought about it. He's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And his manager friend was like, it's 10 grand, man. It's 10 grand. We can get 10 grand for this. Like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's a non-negotiable. They went back with them and he told that group, and I can't remember if that corporate group said, no worries, come as is, or if the next time the next group said, no, we want him in his hat and his t-shirt. That's his brand. That's who he is. And that's who we want to come bring it. But he held his firm ground for his non-negotiables. So that really stood out to me on having non-negotiables, like in business, in life. Like, this is a non-negotiable. If I have family time and I'm spending it with my wife and my child, that's a non-negotiable. I don't care if there's a money-making activity. There's going to be certain times that are going to be straight for the family, or just creating some non-negotiables about your life or your business. It's pretty empowering when you could tell someone, no, this is a non-negotiable for me. This is just too important, and I'm sticking to my guns here. So that really stuck out to me, and I'm excited to be able to create non-negotiables in my life and hold my ground on that, which helps stand my principles. So take a listen. It's a good book.